Lucas's number. Call him up. Call up your mayor right now. Start tagging him online. And ask him how he is allowing publicly funded property that you pay for. You pay for. You pay for. You pay for. How is he allowing publicly funded property to be somewhere where the public can't be? Get him on the phone.
Real quick, I want to add something real quick, too. I just want to give it up for our freedom fighters right here who wasn't afraid of the police. Give it up for our freedom fighters. It's always important that we recognize the people who are willing to make sacrifices. This isn't the first time that they've been out here. They're out here every single Friday. For how many weeks? 14 weeks they've been out here for every single Friday, putting their bodies on the line, giving us all one more time again. This is the first time that they declared this trespass. So now they don't want us to, right, they can put chains up now. Right. So, I just want to say a few things. I have something prepared. Just bear with me, okay? Okay. So, my name is Steve, and this is my life partner right here, Wynn. So, we're the couple who have held a protest outside of KCPD headquarters every Friday for the last 14 weeks, and it's evolved into a memorial of Kansas City Black Life. And we're also members of Black Rainbow. So why don't we go ahead and talk about Kansas City Police Department? While it's important to focus on systemic police violence and racism across this nation, let's not forget, we have racist and killer cops right here in this city. Killer cops patrolling our neighborhoods, terrorizing our people. Killer cops being paid our tax dollars to inflict harm and trauma, block by block. Killer cops are late pensions after leaving families devastated from their total disregard for human life. For far too long, the Kansas City Police Department has run rampant through our communities, unchecked, brutalizing, and killing our black and brown brothers and sisters. Right here, in this building, who killed Donnie Sanders?
Who killed Donnie Sanders?
Many of us have chanted the names Ryan Stubbs, Terrence Bridges, Donnie Sanders, and Cameron Lamb. Donnie Sanders, all murdered by Kansas City police. But have you heard of Travis Terrell Griffin? No. Rails, as he was known, was shot in the back by Kansas City police January 2018.
That ain't right. That ain't right.
His killer, Jacob Alexander, is still on the force.
Still on the force.
Say his name, Travis Griffin.
Travis Griffin.
Now here's some more names you probably never heard. Tyler Wilkins was just 16 years old when he was also shot in the back by KCPD in 2013. He was running away from the police when the bullet entered his spine, killing him after a less than 50-yard chase. Say his name, Tyler Wilkins.
Tyler Wilkins.
Jessica Jones was shot and killed on February 23rd, 2010. Jessica was 19 years old when 4 KC cops unloaded their clips into the SUV Jessica was driving. But not one of the officers sustained any injury. Say her name, Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones.
Terry Davis was killed by the Kansas City Police Department on May the 8th, 2008. 2 independent witnesses say he had his hands up and he was on his knees surrendering when he was shot by a lone officer. And yet, no one has ever been held accountable for his murder. Say his name, Terry Davis.
Terry Davis.
James McNeil Jr. was 29 and the father of 2 beautiful boys. KCPD said they thought he had a weapon when they killed him in January 2003. But no weapon was ever found. The police also claimed there was a struggle outside the vehicle. But witnesses say, and evidence showed, he never got out of the car.
Oh my goodness. That ain't right.
James was the son of Josephine McNeil, a friend and colleague of Wynn's. James was murdered by KCPD 17 years ago. If it can happen to someone we know, it can happen to anyone. Say his name, James McNeil Jr.
James McNeil Jr.
And the list goes on and on and on. KCPD has been killing our people for decades. And until a couple of months ago, not a single officer had ever been charged, leaving them to kill at will. And for the record, Dylan Pfeiffer, the cop who killed Terrence Bridges and assisted in the assault of 15-year-old MR, is also still on the force.
That ain't right. That ain't right.
This is why every Friday at 6 p.m. we hold space for victims of KCPD violence. We turn the memorial for police into a memorial for Black lives. Call for the resignation of Chief Rick Smith and demand accountability and justice for these victims. So we ask for you to please continue to come out, because we have no intention on stopping. So at this point, I just want to thank Black Rainbow, and also It's Time for Justice. They always come out here and support us also, and we just always want to use this opportunity to say the names of say the names of my bad, I'm sorry.
It's all right. Take your time. Take your time.
Just always want to take the opportunity to say the names of Ryan and Cameron, Donnie and Terrence, Travis and James, Jessica and Terry, and other victims you never heard of, like Carl Marshall, Kevin Ellis, Michael Ray Bitters, Yamal Edwin Irwin. These are all human beings. They're all loved by somebody, all killed by KCPD, and all who deserve justice. Say their names. There's too damn many to say.
Too many names. It's not right.
Thank you for coming out.
I ain't slamming nobody to the ground tonight. I'm out of here. God damn. I'm in a sea of cops. I don't even know which way I could go out. All this time, they got no Hey. You the fattest motherfucker over here talking about food. God damn. You the fattest motherfucker over here talking about food. You got all this time. They ain't got no fucking food over here. You hungry as shit, ain't you? All right, y'all, so that's a wrap on the protest here at City Hall, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Hey, how y'all doing? Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. A lot of protests just went down. They still out here. The police are still out here. So I'm still out here.
Thank you so much for coming out today, sir.
Hey, y'all can take break in 15 minutes. Oh, y'all, you get the fuck up out of here in 15 minutes.
And reply.
I think Dunkin' Donuts, and here's Dunkin' Donuts, is this way.
You were live streaming at the front of the protest? You were getting up in the face of those guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You seen it?
I was training my camera on them too. I was like, the shit's gonna kick off. I'm watching.
Right. That's why I was on them.
Now here's our orgs, business card.
Thank you, bro.
You ever need anything?
Here you go. These are people who led the protest. All power to the people.
Yeah. Thanks for coming out.
Yep, thank you. Hey, let me get one of them cold waters. Let me get a cold water.
What's up, bro?
What's up with you?
All right, yourself?
I'm alright.
Here you go, bro. Check us out, man. Police accountability agencies, man, trying to build them in the city and all the major cities.
I got a police accountability channel on YouTube, The Resistance. All around the country, mostly all the protests.
Yeah, well, you know about the one in Chicago, the COP?
I didn't go to that one.
Yeah, they got one right now they've been around since 2016. That's
Okay.
what I've been talking to and working with, man.
Okay,
Yeah,
you might.
man.
All right, bro, I will.
Take it easy, bro.
Yeah. Can I get cold water? May I have a cold water, please? Somebody, anybody. I get cold water. God damn. Ain't this some shit right here? Drinking it up. Drinking it up. Hey, can I get some cold water? Hey, can I get some cold water? May I have some cold water, please? God damn.
I would love to.
Who do we have? 62.
Can I get some cold water, sir? Can I have a bottle of cold water? Huh?
I thought you didn't like us.
Wait a minute, hold on now. Hold on. Y'all, wait.
No, 'cause I don't want to give you
Me?
no
Hold on. If I don't like you, it don't matter. I'm asking you for some water. You guys are your
I'm just
official.
making sure.
You and your official compare. Well, I'm telling you, I don't like cops. May I have some water?
The cops are the ones giving out the water.
Who giving out the water? Them dudes right there? Well, why you even say anything? You should have said that from the beginning. Yeah. Hey, may I have a bottle of water, please?
Sorry.
You're a fireman. Oh, Philadelphia Fire Department told me no to water. Oh my God. Oh my God. And you over here talking like, yeah. Damn, back up from him a little bit now. Man, you a little close, ain't you? Shit. I ain't nutter. You about to be a star, bro. I didn't put the video up yet, but as soon as I do, you about to be a star. You and her.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You have the one that you deserve.
So an excellent day.
I doubt it.
It took me 6 hours to count a meal exactly. I'm accurate with this shit.
All right, y'all, I'm gonna wrap this one up. Almost 2.5 hours of protesting. It's the Prince of Protest, the Resistance. Shout out to everybody that was in this live stream with me, y'all. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate y'all. Slide and glide with me the whole time. got no money.
Experience any gun violence in that neighborhood, but you can definitely hear stuff happening. Philadelphia does have its troubles, but that doesn't mean it's directly related to the Black Lives Matter protests or anything like that. The protests themselves have been 100% peaceful, and there's not been any like gun wounds or killings or anything like that at those events. I did hear that there was a man down in South Philadelphia who was visiting the area, and he was found hung. They want to deem it as a suicide, but just by the predicament, I would have to take the assumption that that man was likely lynched, which is a damn shame. And my heart goes out to him. And it's a little unfortunate that the organizers here haven't really got wind of it. I sent them messages just to make sure that at least somebody on their pages is aware of that happening. Hopefully we can start to organize a little bit more just to protest the fact that the police kind of shrugged it underneath the rug, saying it was a suicide, even though the family is very adamant that it was not. It's not a suicide. Oh, we got motorcycle and ATV guys going through the city doing wheelies and shit. It happens almost every protest. I don't know if it happens literally every day, but it's pretty great. It's funny. But yeah, there was a man who wasn't even from Philadelphia. He was from outside of Philadelphia. He was visiting, and he was found hung in a park in South Philadelphia. And there's a lot of speculation that that's lynching, because the family was very adamant that he was not suicidal whatsoever. He actually that day was proactive in doing what they're called, errands. He was trying to do errands throughout the day, getting his laptop repaired and stuff like that. So why would he commit suicide that night? Who are you referring to? Jacob Blake? Because I'm not going to be commenting on that. People can make their assumptions, and they can go about the entire situation as to whether Jacob Blake was any kind of criminal. Sorry.
No, Marie, you have not seen any live streams in Louisville that were in particular violence. That's not correct. This is Louisville, Kentucky. 100 days peaceful protests. There was one night of looting, day 2. So I guess technically 99 days of peaceful protest. If I had to make my own personal guess, it would be that likely they won't be charged with murder. I think they should be charged. I think they should be charged with murder. I don't see it happening though. I definitely think that if they're not charged with murder, they should be charged with every other law that they broke in the process with the warrant. They should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Even further, what's up, bud? They should be fired for breaking a number of protocols while they were issuing the warrant. So they at minimum should be fired and never be allowed to be law enforcement if they aren't charged with anything. Once that information goes or is dropped, goes either way, I have no idea what the results would be. I will not speculate on that. I believe they should be charged with murder. I see the powers that be maybe not charging it, is what I'm saying. I don't like out-of-town militias here, period. I support INFAC and their role and their ideology, but we don't necessarily need them here either. Like, I don't think we need any out-of-town militias here. Louisville can take care of itself. It's been doing it for 100 days already. Joe, I just addressed the whole black on black crime thing. If you didn't hear it, that's your problem. I don't give a fuck. Black on black crime is a myth. You can Google it and you can find that out for yourself. I am not saying that the statistic that black people kill more black people is inaccurate. I am saying that using it, weaponizing it in that fashion is a myth. More white people kill white people, more black people kill black people, and that's because you typically live in communities, and communities tend to be similar races. That's just the way it is. Yep, Tyler, voting has been a very, very hot topic the entire 100 days. In fact, there has been voting registration booths down in the park. Several occasions. You are correct. Voting is important. Sounds like you're agreeing with us. Thank you. Tony, again, you're misquoting me. You're not listening to what I'm saying. Please shut the fuck up if you're not going to listen to what I'm saying. Because I don't give a shit about your opinions. You're here to listen to mine. That's the only reason you're here. And if you don't like my opinions, then go fuck off. Wesley, that is an inaccurate statistic. Again, further, I broke down that information previously in the live stream. I'm not going to do it again. Go fuck yourself. Rhonda Kerr, stop just saying what with question marks. That's been like 5 times now. Stop it. Luther, you were incorrect. You were incorrect. Have a nice day, though. You know, that's a good point. LMPD has been live at least once today. They'll probably be live again. All you that don't like my commentary can just go away, go fuck yourself, fuck off, and wait for Pig TV to come on, and then you can go watch that. Thomas, I do not typically know protest plans except for maybe a couple days ahead of time. I am not an organizer. I am part of independent media. I just show up and capture. It is not illegal to block an intersection, not in Louisville, Kentucky. There's specifically actually information written into the Constitution that says that it's not illegal to block an intersection. That's okay, though. I support the thought of INFAC. I support the thought of militias. I don't support any out-of-town militias coming here thinking that they're going to change anything. Rhonda, if you're trying to understand what these people are saying, if you just say what with 2 question marks, you're not giving any context to what you're saying what to. So if you're questioning people in the comments, maybe you should give a little bit of information as to which comment you're questioning. That way I don't think you're just saying what to me constantly. The majority are not looting, actually. The mass majority are not looting. The overwhelming majority are not looting. Again, there's been 1 day of major looting in Louisville, Kentucky. Day 2 of 100 days of protest.
We are really out here, bro.
Maxwell was literally just standing next to me live streaming. I don't know if he did sign off, he must have just done it. Nothing's going on. You can see what's going on. I'm still live streaming. Richie, a few shootings where? In Louisville? There's shootings in Louisville almost every day. Louisville has a pretty high crime rate, especially in comparison to the size of it. That's just Louisville and in general. There has been 1 protest-involved shooting, and the only reason it was protest-involved is because it happened in the square. It was not related to protesting actually. But there has only been 1 shooting in Louisville that has happened that was directly correlated to the protests, and even then it wasn't. It just happened at the protest site. Check a few things. I gotta check my battery level. I'm at 42%. So there's a typical staging location up here at 7th and Jeff, or 7th and Liberty, where LMPD likes to get ready in their riot gear and shit. Just told If you insinuate that you want to harm people in any capacity on this live stream, you will also not be welcome. So that means you, Carol. Goodbye. So yeah, it doesn't look like full riot gear, so that's a good sign.
Be careful, Reinhardt.
Thank you. Alright, so I guess it's technically 8th and Jeff where they usually stage. They are here at 7th and Jeff in front of our official courthouse where they do like some of the actual cases and shit. But they're just chilling. They're not like gearing up or anything. I am going to wait until this crosswalk turns green before I cross the street, because several LMPD officers do know who I am, and I feel like a couple of them don't like me. So I try not to give them any reason. There we go. You can see my green crosswalk sign. I am going to go past 7th down to 8th and see if there's been any number of cars that have started to gather down there. Because again, down further is where they usually stage. You know, a big lot that they, I assume, own or definitely have access to, where they park their vehicles whenever they start to stage and get their gear together. Alright, so it looks like it's actually pretty clear, which is good. That lot right there. No, Justin, I was not going the wrong way. Billy Russellberg, I don't know what you're referring to about somebody being shot. Yes, you hear cicadas. Love that sound. If people have stopped listening, why are you here? Oh, y'all are discussing the NFAC situation. Okay.
There's a memorial for him over there.
Tris! No, you got
So this is the 100th day of protests. Earlier tonight, in case you missed it, there was a march from this park to the Kentucky Derby Festival office, where there are a few speeches about you know, how protesters should be also getting involved in changing laws, and you know, why people are you know, saying that the Derby should not be happening this year. A lot of people, you know, involved in the protests say that it's not a time for celebration, and that's why they don't think the Derby should run. So there will be protests tomorrow from a lot of local groups, as well as Until Freedom, based in New York, and NFAC, which is a black militia based in Atlanta. The Angry Viking is also expected to be here with a pro-police group, and he's going to be there bright and early, 8 a.m. at Cox Park.
Please call me a couple of shit. I don't give a fuck what it is.
Looks like they're lighting these candles now. These markers were added today by an artist. There are 90 of them. They represent people who've been killed by police since 2014. There are 90 of them, and each marker represents 600 people who have been killed in that time in the last 6 years. Some of them are intentionally left blank to represent people who have not been identified. This garden was planted early in the protests. A lot of tomatoes growing here.
Remove Chief Rick Smith! Remove Chief Rick Smith! Remove Chief Rick Smith! Remove Chief Rick Smith!
Okay.
Okay, you're not I got you.
Entering cut over to the other side.
Judging is 25. He was at Action's first shot pick at 16. And then to 7. He's straight to the right side. He's an I can't believe it. Hey, Louis Strong. He's not that guy. Apparently, Nationals won with him, and they've won the championship. And sometimes there's a but he's exactly what that team needs. And another thing too, you look back at the wall of success in the trade with Milwaukee, right? You get Lorenzo King, you see the success with the trade with Tampa Bay, Wade Davis and James Shields. These guys have a couple of those trades. Eli Jimenez and Dylan Cease from the Cubs. We got the 3 starting pitchers for the Nationals. They got Young for Chris Sale. That is hit hard, and it is hit right at the race. So good for the last 2 nights he was there.
It's not packed here.
If you've been hurt before, you need help now. Every day you live, you could be having your chances instead of a full setting. And you can have it with your life and your car. With the Nuts Quick software, you can hire us immediately. You can sign up over the phone or online and be your lawyers in just a few minutes. How easy is that? In just minutes? Now that's fast.
You can call us in a minute or even a text. Most doctors.
You've been hurt in a car wreck. Don't wait. Call me now.
Sign up from anywhere with our safe no contact process.
context of the right center, but he's got games that to talk to him yesterday. This is a huge hit. Lean body is